Happy absurdly premature 80th birthday, Mom. 80? What? Who's 80? You know, watch us down the road or something, and it'll probably make more sense when you get to 80. Anyway, I'm doing this all on my cell phone, so I can't do anything slick, and I guess I'm supposed to do it in like one take, which is a little impossible, but I'll try. Then I called Atlanta, and I found out somehow, some way, oops, all the old pictures of you guys no longer exist or something. So I can't exactly do the patented Marsha Jean photo montage with the cool old music that you love, right? But then I started thinking, I have a heck of an imagination, and I must have gotten it from you, because like, where else was it gonna come from, right? So I think between the two of us, we could still do a little stroll down, you know, that multimedia memory lane right here in our minds. Okay, you want to give us a shot? All right. Now, since you were born a little before World War II ended, we got to go with the Andrews sisters singing Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, you know, one of my personal favorites, as we see a non-existent photo of lovely, very young Maxine and proud Papa, Grandpa Hubert coming down the street in U City, just down the ways a bit, with cute little swaddled Marsha Jean. Marsha Jean Deutsch, remember her? Okay, and then we cut to a baby picture. Also doesn't exist. It's adorable though. Trust me, adorable. And we hear, bee-bop-a-lula, she's my baby. Forgive me with the music, you know me, that's not my forte. But anyway, it's just like, oh, it's so cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, next pretend you hear the Chordettes. Lollipop, lollipop, bop, bop, ba-da, ba-da. And let's go with some Little Richards, Tutti Frutti. And he's just gonna wop, bop, a loop, bop, 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 boop, all over a series of the world's most embarrassing old black and white photos, they also don't exist, of you growing up with the silly haircuts, the funny outfits, your sister's being a pain, all that stuff going on, right? And then we definitely need a little Beach Boys, right? So let's go to Heeman Park Pool, and you and your sisters are splashing around like little tadpoles in the water with Grandpa off, I don't know, gambling, and maybe Grandma Maxine's like got that little reflector deal for the tan, so it's just perfect. And it's classic stuff. And we're wop bop a loop album or whatever all over it. I mean, wow, I can see that, Mom. Can you see that? I wasn't even there. So I hope you can. Anyway, now let's go ahead a little bit and we're gonna picture gangly Marsha Jean as a teenager, smiling up at your handsome high school boyfriend, Howard, as the flamingos, they croon, I only have eyes for you. Again, sorry, terrible music, but it's really sweet and adorable. By the way, the soundtrack is available in the lobby, so you can listen to the real music later, just to refresh. Okay, so you only had eyes, you know, there, but apparently you got new eyes before too long, because suddenly we're seeing Marsha and Stuart Fiddleman's wedding photos. Yeah, remember that guy? And let's go with, I don't know, Why Do Fools Fall in Love by Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers. And they're all dressed exactly the same like everybody else was apparently back then. But the song has a little something to it, right? Fools falling in love. But let's skip ahead to some more good stuff. Debbie Boone. Debbie Boone, Mom. What's she gonna sing? You Light Up My Life. Of course. So You Light Up My Life plays as we see my sweet, still only 22-year-old mom holding, well, newborn baby me. Smaller, but, you know, cuter even. Now, you may have been alone in the dark at times back then. But then I came along. I lit up your days and filled your nights with song. Come on, that's pretty good, right? But apparently it still wasn't enough. So we got to go to have Lionel Richie, doing your once, twice, 3 times a lady, and pop, pictures of Jody and Brian start popping on, and they're cute, and we all love you, like the Sorry Commodores. I'll write you a little letter or something. Okay, and then with apologies to the captain and Tennille, love didn't exactly keep you and Dad together. Whatever, it was for the best. Because then we start seeing you with a tall, handsome stranger. That's right, Steve Stevenson, or SM, depending, whatever. And John Lennon reminds us, falling in love again can be just like starting over. And then we got to go with a duet, like, let's say, Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers singing Islands in the Stream, another of my favorites. And we're going to see pictures of you roaming the country with Steve, and you're like on, or, occasionally under the boat. Like, ooh, where'd she go? Okay. And when Brad and Troy expanded the family to a whole green carpeted van load of chaos monkeys, with 5 kids, you were definitely you were under pressure, like Freddie Mercury and all those guys sang. And we pulled stunts that could only go with a song like "Take My Breath Away," from that one movie. Now let's follow that with your kids, all your kids except this one, getting married and having more kids. To Whitney Houston's Greatest Love of All. That's when you, Mom, became grandma, mama, whatever everybody calls you, a grandma, which I hear is fun. Like you ruin the kids and then you just hand them back, right? So now we're going to go to a montage of like a gajillion pictures of you with all of your completely and absolutely totally perfect grandchildren. And it's like sweet, and it's funny, and it's cute, and you guys are doing all sorts of stuff. Now, these days, there's way too much of the doctor, give me the news going on, and it's not always having just, a bad case of loving you. There's like real stuff, but, like Frank Sinatra told us, that's life, as funny as it may seem. Okay, now let's end with a song as classic and beloved as you are, Mom. Judy Garland, right? Somewhere over the rainbow. And we see a slideshow of the remarkable characters, our family and friends, moments you've had, places that you've visited, all your travels, they're flashing by. You can see them just, oh, wow. My gosh, there's so many interesting, cool, who would have imagined things? Okay. Now, let's put up a picture in your mind of smiley 8-year-old Marcia Jean, maybe missing a couple teeth or something. And unfortunately, not for the last time. But you're watching this whole lifetime of memories. And ask yourself, could that little girl with the teeth even dare to dream all of these dreams back when she was wishing upon a star for the first time? I don't know. It's pretty amazing. Anyway, happy birthday, Mom. I hope all your health stuff melts away like lemon drops. Seriously, tell the doctors this. Because we all love you. And I love you more than I and all the musicians who I'm totally ripping off could ever express. I love you. Happy nearly birthday.